You're listening to A Creative Excuse presented by Echo Amano. I'm Frank Rose.
And I'm Kara Duvall. This episode is with Sam Hawley, Oskar Petersen, and Pearl Hesselden.
Sam and Oskar have an exhibition opening this Friday, January 2nd from 5 to 7, and it's on view through February 1st. Pearl is the founder of the Ranch Residency in La Madera, New Mexico. We met Sam and Oskar through Pearl's residency 2 years ago.
In this episode, we talk about collaborative partnerships, being influenced by creative parents, and the surreality of dreams.
Happy New Year, and thanks for listening.
Is that sometimes I think sleep should be almost like teleporting, but it's not. There is a load to carry kind of.
Yeah.
In terms of dreams, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Is it going in between lucid dream and all this stuff? It's not relaxing.
No.
Yeah.
No. But it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like Pearl
true.
said, you know, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
That all happened last night. I mean, when I was little, I would want to just go back to sleep so I could continue the
Yeah.
dream I was in. I was like, that was great.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Wake up and go back to the same dream?
Yeah.
Kara's a hard sleeper.
I'm a hard sleeper.
Yeah.
You are too.
I know someone else who is.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. Supposedly, I was born during a tropical storm, and so my mom says, like, that's why I can sleep through anything.
Oh, wow.
because
Will wake you up.
Nothing will wake me up. Yeah. There are nights where, in the morning, Frank was like, did you wake up? That thunderstorm? I'm like, no. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you're a hard sleeper, but a morning person.
Yeah, morning dreamer.
Oh.
Morning dreamer.
But you
Hard
wake
sleeper.
up early.
That is relative. That's relative. That is
Yeah.
relative. Yes.
True.
See, Pearl thinks sleeping till 9 means I'm an early riser. Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I wake up at 6 or 7.
Yeah. That's when I wake up.
So sleeping in, then you wake up early.
I do, but not compared to him.
What time are you waking up?
Well, lately I've been sleeping till
3:30?
7. No, I usually get up at 6, but lately I've been sleeping till 7.
Oh, okay. And
For
you too?
Frank,
It depends on I've been 9 over break. But
Hey.
Oscar's 6 a.m. He's
No judgment.
He's up and he's ready to go. He's like, "What are we doing today? What's the plan?" I'm
Yeah.
like, give me.
That's
little
how I
bit of
wake up.
time."
I wake up ready.
Yeah. I kind
Yeah.
of start up here.
Yeah. Yeah, by
Decline
3
all the way
p.m.,
through.
it's
Yeah.
nighttime. I'm so tired.
No, I'm a slow starter.
I'm a slow starter too.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this. Thank you, Pearl, for being here, coming back into the fold.
My pleasure.
So long away.
So happy to be here.
Yeah. So, where you guys both grew up in Albuquerque, right?
Mm-hmm. Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yeah. We are. We actually grew up down the street from each other.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of sicko stuff.
Did you know each other?
We didn't, but our parents were college friends.
What?
So we actually met for the first time at the Halloween event at the Lutheran church on our street.
Wow.
So they say.
How old? Yeah.
We don't remember. Little
Old enough to be on feet at the Halloween.
Rather
event.
than flippers?
Yes. Yeah. We weren't crawling, but we were walking, so somewhere around there. But yeah, we've been born and raised. Whole life in Albuquerque.
Okay, so then some time passed. You met. You were walking.
Yes.
But then some time passed, and then.
Well, what I want to know is,
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get too far ahead of the story.
Okay.
Did we go past 3 years old?
Yeah, no. True.
Were either your parents artists, or did they make things?
Yeah, my mom's a visual artist. She's a photographer.
Uh-huh.
And she's also an art teacher. So I feel like that was always something that was around the house.
Oh, cool.
We're always the subject of her photos.
Really?
yeah.
How did you
horrible.
feel about that?
You know, when you just get sucked, when you live with an artist, you just get sucked into this world of like, oh, I need you in the living room right now. Can you wear that red dress?
Uh-huh.
1 second.
Did it? How did that feel? Like, were you okay with it for all of it, or
Oh,
was there
yeah.
a time when you were like, "Stop"?
No,
It was all
it
good.
was all good, all good, all fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there like a dark room in the house, or?
No dark room in the house. No, but
Yeah.
everything, yeah, becomes the studio. You
Yeah.
know, you're living in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Was it all kind of like spontaneous, or was she like setting up scenes, or?
Yes, there's a lot of environment setups. And she does like a lot of mixed media stuff now. So it's photo based, and then she'll, cut out our images or paint on top of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really beautiful work. But
Yeah.
we always laugh, my sister and I, because we're in a lot of her pieces.
Uh-huh.
I'm totally blanking on the photographer that was very well known for photographing her family.
Sally Mann.
Sally
Was it
Mann.
Sally Mann?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, their house is kind of fun. I will say it.
It is fun.
As a newcomer, sometimes you go, I think that's Sam's butt.
Because of the photographs. Yeah.
Well, Sally Mann, like,
Fun.
that was her thing, and what all the controversy around her, right? Was
Right,
that
yeah.
her children were nude.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Oscar?
Yeah. My dad is a longtime Albuquerque musician. And a great drawer. And an artist in his own right. Yeah. We just grew up doing everything, like no real delineation between any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, guitars throughout the whole household.
You play guitar?
Yeah, yeah. So I've followed in his tradition as well in that. But also my dad does. He has a lot of these like classic characters that he draws. Like every birthday card is the same character. Every like his old band record covers are these characters. He has a very distinct style. I have one tattooed on my wrist.
Oh, sweet.
That's like a little dog dinosaur kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So grew up with that. He always had like a shed in the backyard too that he recorded music in. And my mom also too painted for a while. But her real masterpiece I feel like is in gardening. So we always had huge gardens that were kind of chaos gardens, but that now in gardening I really admire what she was able to do and how to approach that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard chaos garden.
It's a great term.
Yeah. What is a chaos garden?
Just kind of
Throw a bunch of seeds. And
Okay.
yeah. Well,
See what happens.
Yeah, and what sticks and what works, kind of lets you know more about what can do well there and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
But grew up, doing all that. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you and your dad play music together?
What more him and I do is talk about music structurally. So like what I feel like, whereas I'm not a great guitar player, I'm not any of these things, but what I have talked about song structure since a young age all the time. So I do feel like I have that head start, and that is looking at things structurally, like why is that song catchy, and where does the energy go from that, and how is it set up, and how are you, so yeah, beneficial to have that. And so we talk like that all the time, and every once in a while we'll play. But it's music's really frustrating, and,
Well, it sounds like
Yeah.
you have like a sort of analytical curiosity about it.
yeah.
Do you bring that into your painting at all? Because your painting seems so free.
Yeah, I think that's what's fun about them, is that I like with painting is that I can create an issue and then solve it and do that over and over again. and then also, and what I do also feel like from music is, if I'm attached to how it's supposed to be at the end, then what is the point, kind of, or I don't know. There's just something's going to happen along the way that might change the outcome, and I can either, start over or go with it. And so musically too, those kind of things come in. Yeah.
So do you mean like you generally have more of a fixed idea of what you want something to end up musically?
No, I think I just start out, and with painting, I think it's fun because I haven't grown up talking about it structurally that much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do view it as kind of cousins of a similar communication tool.
I don't think you said this, but what I'm sensing, tell me if I'm wrong, is the way playing music feels in you is quite different than the way doing visual art feels. And there's something with the music that when you're doing it, maybe it gets too like analytical, or too like, where's this going? But with visual, there's more like open-endedness. Is that what you were saying?
Totally. Yeah. And I think in the fact that I do think songs are never done. There's a moment in time where they're recorded and they're not, but every time you play a song is different. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. Painting, sometimes it's hard all the way through, but then it stops. Which is very unique, and I enjoy that.
Time is like a different thing with a song and a painting, right? The way that you experience it, like the time element is very, very different. In how, a painting on the wall is sort of a snapshot. Of course, you can stand there as long as you want, but like what the painting is giving you, how it presents itself, is this one thing. Whereas to experience a song, you have to listen to the whole thing, and that takes a little more time.
Yeah.
And I guess you could argue that standing in front of a painting, like it takes time to really get a painting too. But the time element's very, very different.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very. Sam always called. One big thing too also is when I play music, I play with 3 other people. And so Sam calls it the world's longest group project. I mean, I've been in my band for almost I think 12 years now at this point.
Wow.
A lot of the band is texting about, can we practice this week?
Yeah.
Or, it's there's a lot of administrative tasks with it. That compared to actually playing an instrument is probably,
It's one part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. But so it's fun to also do stuff, by myself.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm in an improv dance group, and so much time is spent. Can we meet? Can we meet? Can we meet? Okay, what are we gonna do? Okay, nope, can't meet. Okay,
Yeah.
When are we gonna talk about what we're doing? And to just have the immediacy of, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do something. And I don't have to check in with anyone else about doing that thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tam, do you have any collaborative projects? Would you consider teaching a collaborative project?
Yeah, absolutely. Collaborating with some teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the studio space that we run at school is a shared space, and I think that sense of community is really important. And I think it's very collaborative in how you use the space and sharing ideas and building off of others' ideas. I think is a collaborative, very collaborative. And I see it in my work too sometimes, or even just like advice that I give to students, and it's like, oh, listen to yourself, Sam. Like you need a little bit of that for your own practice. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is often, if Sam is stuck on a painting or asking for certain advice, I'll often bring up, well, what would you tell your students? You know,
Yeah.
which, you know, but it is, I do think it's a really interesting part of Sam's practice is that for a large amount of her life, she's giving people advice on their journey. And a lot of times people starting out or at a really foundational point in their life, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No, I mean,
It's a lot of developing ideas and problem solving.
Yeah.
And so I think too, like once you get home, you're like, oh, my brain, it doesn't work anymore, you know? So it's hard to then be creative once you leave a space like that. But I think this year especially, I found a nice balance.
What age are you teaching?
High school, I'm 11th and 12th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good age.
Yeah. It's really fun.
They're like, feel a little bit more confident in what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some good ideas. They've got some great ideas, and they're excited about what they're doing for the most part, which is all that I care about, you know? Have fun. And I also am like, okay, Sam, are you having fun with this work? You know, if not, then I need to move on.
I don't know who said this, but I recently read, and of course it's not, I don't think it's across the board, but wisdom is listening to your own advice or like following your own advice, you know, just, yeah.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
yeah.
I'm curious why you find that this year your balance is better. What's different?
I think a lot has changed in the last year. I mean, definitely having this show has really helped. You know, having a deadline is nice.
Totally.
You know, and curating like a body of work is really helpful. But yeah, I lost my dad about a year ago, my stepdad. And so I think it just put a lot of things into perspective of like prioritizing time and, yeah, you know, like how you spend your time and making it valuable to you and meaningful and just finding that balance. I think, you know, I think in my work, I like give, so it's exhausting. And so finding that has been really helpful, and I'm still figuring that out. I think that's a thing in education and art making. It's like, how do you balance these two realms? So yeah.
Yeah, I think making use of time is really like the life's greatest challenge is like making your time worth it.
Yeah. I often say when I grow up, I want to become a time lord. Someone asked me, what does that mean? I'm like, I want like time, you know, just management of time feels so elusive at times. And to be able to be like, okay, I'm like right in rhythm with what I need to do. And yeah.
Well, and also with the time change, it's horrible. You like get home and it's dark, and then you're like, oh, now I need to make dinner. I need to eat. I need to feed myself and then clean up and take a shower, and then it's bedtime.
When do you make art?
Yeah. Hence why we want to be morning people. But
Yeah. When did you start making things? Oscar, did you start with music? Was that kind of in your life first, drawing first, or where did that come in?
I think when you have somebody in your house that plays so much, and also like my dad gets recognized places and stuff, you know, in Albuquerque, like it's a thing. You know, I mean,
it's a thing. Was there a part of you that was like, ooh, there's a bar. There's a high bar.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I had a really hard time putting in the effort to actually be competent on my instrument, which is very difficult. You know, I think my dad gave me a couple lessons, but then a lot of that, really the best thing ever was getting grounded and then just like having a guitar in my room where it's like, well, I guess this is all there is to it. And luckily I got grounded for some good long stretches. So, there's that, but really too. And then I had a high school band. Yeah. Everybody in that band created a new band, left me out of the new band. So then, I mean, I'm probably 20 years deep on a revenge tour, and it keeps going every day. Awesome.
So when did the drawing or the visual art making start to take precedence? Or maybe it hasn't. Maybe they feel equal.
Yeah, I think they're really just plates that are spinning, sometimes successfully, sometimes unsuccessfully. I did get laid off right at the beginning of COVID, but happened to be a 1-bedroom apartment with an art teacher. So, you had a lot of time to really dive in and do that for a long time. So, yeah. And I feel like with music is that I already had that kind of practice built in, that it was easy to kind of transition the focus a little bit.
How about you, Sam?
I was really, so I did like photography in high school, all of the photo classes. I don't know. In high school, I was really into like collage and mixed media. I think a lot of like my mom influences are definitely in that. But I don't know. It's just, I think, starting with a lot of mixed media stuff, photo. I did love like the drawing classes and doing still lifes. Oskar did not mention his 3 years in ceramics with Margie.
Oh. Well,
I don't know how much work was made in those 3 years. But you were in there all the time.
Yeah. Sam and I hung out. Well, so this is also, Sam and I also went to the same high school. We took art together many times. We were mainstays back in the art department. Like
lunch, we got in trouble for eating like breakfast burritos. We'd go get the APS breakfast burritos first period in art. I was in jewelry making. I was in the small metals class.
I was in there too. I got a D.
Oh, okay. Oskar just kind of morphed into like the teacher aide, making sure that everything going into the kiln was school appropriate.
I was on pipe watch. Yeah.
So like, we need an expert.
Yeah, precisely.
I'm seeing a theme arise in you.
Margie Weinstein, still
Shout out.
Great friends with her to this day.
She bought one of Oscar's first paintings, so it's full circle.
Yeah.
He wasn't, yeah.
But I do feel like there is a beautiful karma in how much trouble I gave her in high school, and then to now be married to an art teacher and see the repercussions of my actions every day, and then go, man, could have been better. But yeah.
That's great. And when did you start painting, Sam?
Painting I feel like is fairly newer. And it might, I think I like always had paints available, and I think maybe I did more watercolor stuff. But I think working in the school studio has really forced me to work with different paints, and so I think I don't know, I like the thickness. I like working with acrylic a lot. And then also just the availability of it, I think really allowed me to experiment with it. And also to see, like, again, what's working and what's not working every day. I think so maybe, like, since teaching really is when I started painting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we could do this in chapters. I'm feeling I need more Pearl.
I need more Pearl, too.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, do we introduce, like, is it time for us
Like-
to say, and when did y'all
Yeah,
meet?
like what is the connection here? The world doesn't know yet.
It's a mystery.
I don't know when I met either
It's
of
a
you.
mystery.
Probably the first day of the residency. Is that true? Did I meet you before then?
I think for that, maybe just bumping into at some of their openings.
Yeah, I don't
But-
remember meeting you, but I remember being excited, like, oh, Pearl's so nice. So, like, I feel like we had to have met, unless I just built this up.
Yeah, I think we met at some opening.
Maybe at
Um,
Title, I'm feeling like.
Yeah,
actually.
maybe.
Yeah.
We
That would
probably
check
should
out.
turn back the clock even more.
Ooh.
The time clock. So Pearl,
Yes.
you grew up in Santa Fe?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. And
Born and raised.
and I've met your mom.
Oh.
I've
I met your mom, too.
She's around town.
She's around.
She's around town, yeah.
Was art in
Yeah.
your world when you were a little one?
Not really, no. My parents were very hardworking people, and my dad was a contractor and built a lot of the homes in New Mexico or in Santa Fe. And then my mom just worked for herself with like thousands of businesses all the time. But I would say like very creative thinkers, but not really like creative makers.
Mm-hmm.
My dad has kind of gotten into metalworking as he's gotten older, but art was not really like at the forefront of our childhood.
Yeah. And when did you find yourself kind of being drawn to that?
Honestly, hearing your stories of high school art class was really what did it for me. I had an amazing high school art teacher, Sheila Miles, who was just what I think of as like the best kind of art teacher, who was just a teacher who's present and a teacher who really cares. And she cared. And there was no bad art in that room. It was just like, are you being as thoughtful and creative as you can be? And that changes lives. Like, really, I think about art teachers as some of the most important jobs, especially for artists, because I think so many people can relate to that first art teacher that like shapes your world. So Sheila Miles, she's the one.
One thing I feel about you, Pearl, strongly is that you're a connector and you're a community builder. And I wonder, just you telling a little bit about your parents, if you felt like that was, they influenced you in that way.
I don't know. Off the record, I think my parents are kind of hermits, so I don't really know why everyone knows my mom. Like, what is she doing?
Why does everyone know my mom?
Where is she? I don't know. I do really believe strongly in connection. I like a big thing in my life was rejecting an acceptance to a graduate program that is at the Portland State University or Portland State University has a program called Art and Social Practice, and it's an MFA program that I got into right in the beginning of 2020 and decided not to go, but it changed my brain and think in terms of thinking about art as like having a social foundation and being really important in more than just like the physical byproduct of making art. I think the conversations we have around art and the people we meet because of art sometimes to me are the most fascinating parts of art making. So hearing you guys talk about the way that you work together and just like having the conversations about the work that you're making, I think is so special because that's always really fascinating to me. The byproduct I think is beautiful and amazing, incredible, and the reason we're all here, but the quieter beauty is the conversations you had about it and the time you spent talking to yourself about it, and then being in rooms like this and then being in larger rooms together with a bunch of people celebrating that, I think is really special. Oh, sorry.
What made you say no to the program?
I got a job in Marfa at the Chinati Foundation as an education intern, and I just wanted to be in schools and not a student. And it was COVID.
Wow. I didn't realize that your 2 times in Marfa were so close to one another. Yeah.
Yeah, I was only there in 2020 for about 6 months maybe. And then the museum closed for 2 years. And then we went back in 2023. So yeah, pretty close together.
So Pearl worked for Echuamano for a little bit.
Best months of my life.
And then we were forced to close
I know.
the small gallery, which was traumatic
Very traumatic.
for me
And
maybe
me.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was intense.
It was.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful place to be, but a serendipitous closing, I think,
was,
because it
yeah.
led to both of us having really beautiful new chapters.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I think we maybe talked about that briefly, but we haven't really connected much on that.
I know.
Because I know, like, for you, it led to this, re-entry into Marfa in a new way, right? And then for us, like, being able to consolidate everything into one gallery was actually, like, really, really good for us, especially financially. Like, it made me realize, like, we were spread really thin.
Totally.
And I wasn't really ready to look at that.
Yeah.
I was like, I love having two spaces. I love having this little little kind of like very intimate thing, and then this other thing downtown, and like they were able to sort of have these two different personalities. So yeah, that was, at first I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, I think it's been really beneficial. I
Yeah.
mean, it does feel like everything's under like the sacred roof now being here, because it did feel like a little tangential, but everything that's here is meant to be here. It really feels that way.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so you were only in Marfa, you said, for 6 months in the beginning, and then everything was like, bloop, closed down. And then you came back, and you not only started working Nacho, but you started Abstract Picnic.
Yeah.
And you put on a residency, and you did some dancing.
I did.
And so and like you just were like, I'm gonna go full force.
Yeah, I mean, what lonely times the pandemic were. They were just so lonely and amorphous, and it was weird to be back in my hometown of Santa Fe, just feeling disconnected from everybody, not knowing anybody. I had been in Portland for almost 10 years, so I didn't know anyone here really. And then my childhood friend Margaret Thompson and I were tired of not knowing other artists our age, and so we started Abstract Picnic, which is a collective for emerging artists in Santa Fe and elsewhere. And it was a really fantastic chapter in our lives. I think we were a part of it for about a year. And Abstract Picnic continues today. I hope it's a really great community for artists who want connection, who want to feel a little less alone in their studios. That's my goal in life, is just, well, not the only goal, but I think it's important to be able to share art and share your thoughts with other people. I think that's really important.
Yeah. Well, we all know each other because of your efforts with the residency program. Can you talk a little bit about maybe how it came to you, how you got there, and what the next sort of chapter is with that?
Yeah. So I have a family ranch that's in La Madera, New Mexico, which is an hour north of Santa Fe. And it has been mostly a working cattle ranch for my family. And then my mom also ran a bed and breakfast there called Cliff River Springs. And a few years ago, my partner Sage Lilly and I were talking about art and the importance of having time, which is, as an artist, it's maybe the most important thing you can have is time. And we realized that we were sitting on this great resource of a place to provide people with time. And so we invited a group of friends out in 2022. I think there were 12 that year, or maybe 11. People who came out for only 5 days that year. And then we had a group exhibition at Tidal Gallery at the end. And that was the first year that it just felt so successful. It felt so rewarding to have brought people together, people who knew each other but didn't really know each other, who liked each other's work, who really didn't like each other's work, who were just making things and didn't have the time in the space to really spend like concrete energy making. And so we did it again the next year.
I went to the title opening.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I remember that. That was great.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was so... Did you go?
Mm-hmm.
I think we both
were there,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's when we met.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this idea that what I have is a resource to provide people with time. That's kind of all I want to do. And in that, there are so many layers of having people connect, of giving emerging artists an opportunity to really make things and to be in conversation with their peers. And then afterwards, we get to have a celebration of the incredible work they made. And I think that it's been, not to toot my own horn, but it's been darn good. Like, I am so happy that from that, this has happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, I'm only just spying through Instagram, but it seems like both of you have had like huge years making work, so much work. Everywhere I go, your work is there. Like, it's incredible. It's beautiful to see. And so I'm hopeful that that will continue to happen as we continue to do more residencies. Sage and I have moved back to the land now. We live there full time. And we're reopening my mom's bed and breakfast. So if you want to come stay, Cliff River Springs. And then we're going to do the
Breaking
residency. News. Yeah, breaking news. Yeah. Come stay.
You heard it here first.
I will say it is such a huge gamble you take on people that is, you know, for, you know, not much reward of yourself other than enjoying it, of not knowing all these people and environment that comes out. You know, Sam and I could have been total weirdos. You know?
Well,
Could have. Wait a second.
But, you know, I mean, it's not knowing how people are going to get along and not knowing all that stuff. I mean, it's, yeah. So kudos to you. You know.
So
It's yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just a gamble worth taking, I think. You know, it's rare to not be... I think school gives you such a great opportunity to be around your peers and to be talking with like an elevation to the way you speak, you know, like not just small talk and not just like catching up about your lives, but talking about really big, important things. And I think that kind of space is super important. And I believe that basically anyone who takes the time to apply to a program like this is willing to step up to the plate in that way. And we've not been disappointed in one way. Everyone has made so much of what is a really short amount of time in our lives to be there together. It's been so great. It's been really wonderful.
And so we didn't mention, so I went up the second year and did a kind of critique session with everybody, and Sam and Oskar were there. And then you all had your exhibition at Romano after the end. So that's how we all got connected.
Yeah. I think it was so important to have you come up and talk to everybody.
Yeah, it was great.
And going forward, I'd like to continue to do things in that way where I think part of what we are trying to establish is that like you are in this very closed community being there, and you really start to trust and rely on the 10 other people that are in that space with you. But then to bring in somebody like you, Frank, who is really knowledgeable and has a great eye for, but also has such a deep heart and can really talk about beautiful things and meet people where they are, that's such a wonderful balance, because it's not like breaking the trust of that closed space. And that closed space is really important to me. Like I had to tell my family, like, you cannot come up during this week. You cannot go to your own house. Like it's very private here, because I want people to be able to like really get into the work. And you both did that big time.
So when are you thinking you're gonna open the bed and breakfast, and also when the next residency is going to be?
Bed and breakfast will open in March, hopefully. And then we're shooting to do a residency in July. More information at ranchresidency.com.
Sign up for the email list for
sign up to the
notifications
email
of
list.
applications.
Absolutely. But yeah, we'll probably start by doing one this summer, and then we have great ambitions. So hopefully we'll start to do more and more every year. I would like to offer longer stays for one artist who then has the barn as their own private studio space. We eventually would like to get funding to build studio spaces out there, so we can have like a wood shop and a ceramic studio just ready to go. And yeah, more and more plans.
I love it. You're dreaming big.
If anyone wants to financially support such endeavors,
Ranchresidency.org.
ranchresidency.org or .com.
.com.
So how was y'all's experience being at the residency? Can you share some of, I don't know, memories or?
Yeah. No, it was great. I think, like you mentioned, it's a special place. Everyone's there for the same reason. And so like I think when you talk about taking a gamble on people, it's like, well, everyone has the same goal in the end, more or less, and I think that really helps with the mission of it. But no, it was so beautiful and fun, and I painted a lot and swam and painted and swam and made some masks, and it was great. It was so fun. It was like I was a bit ambitious in the work that I chose to do out there. There was one night, there was like a shared dinner and maybe some karaoke, and I was like, I have to go lock myself away and paint. I have so much work I need to do. Yeah, but
Sam is a very meticulous worker though. Like,
I do that to myself.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to balance because once you get there, you're kind of like, wait, this feels like summer camp. What do you mean I have things I have to do? I have responsibilities. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, I think it's easy to work at the beginning because you don't know anybody. Where you're like, I'd rather work than have to put myself out there or meet anybody or just, I mean, that's
totally.
Yeah.
That can, yes.
And then a couple of days go by. And you're like, everybody's so cool and nice. And you're like, well, I don't even know if I care about paintings anymore. I was like, I like swimming. I like the sun. So, and then it's like, no, I have to finish. Which is fun because everybody else is in pretty much the same boat. But yeah, it's like summer camp.
Had y'all done other residencies before Pearls?
No, I don't think so.
That was the first one. That was the gateway.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you thought about applying to others?
Yeah, I did one at the Kansas City Art Institute this summer in the ceramic studio,
That's
which
so
was really
cool.
fun. But yeah, I want to, it's just time.
Time.
Finding the time. I was really fortunate because when we went, it was in August, I think. So school had already started. So that was kind of a big taking off a week of school. It was like maybe even more than that was kind of a big deal. And I was really
realize that.
fortunate to like be able to go do that.
Yeah, that's
so
something.
Summer residencies, yes, but because it's hard, it's
true.
harder for me during the school year. Yeah.
We're running into that a lot because there's people in program in schools, graduate schools, teaching in schools that want to come, and then it's always not great timing. So that's why this year we're thinking July.
I put in PTO for it. You can just reply back like, prioritize PTO.
Yeah.
I don't know. It all depends. Use PTO for the residency program. I don't know.
What about you? Have you? Was the ranch the gateway to other?
I haven't looked towards anything. I do sometimes think that maybe my practice is so cumbersome that like I was able to do it here in a drive, but I also I don't know.
The transferring of materials is really hard. Like we were,
totally.
That's definitely, and I learned that in Kansas City. It's like, oh, why did I sign up for the ceramics studio? What am I going to do with all of this? But but definitely like being able to like fill our car up with like any materials. But I also think it's nice to have limited materials, you know, not to have everything at your fingertips, I think pushes you in a lot of ways too. So, but that does, the location was definitely ideal for us.
Yeah, I think a part of the ranch residency that is kind of like my biggest pain, and also something I think is a hidden positive, is that it's pretty restrictive. Like, you are sharing a very small space with every other participant in one studio. Like, nobody has that much room. There's terrible lighting. Like, it's we had a painter last time.
Pearl.
Terrible lighting.
I want to come.
Madeline Bryce, she was like, I can't paint in there. It's too dark. And I was like, you're right. It is too dark, because it's like a 300-year-old barn. Like, it's crazy. It's kind of madness. But also, the kind of work that you end up making is work that comes out of necessity instead of comfort. And I think that's very exciting to me. Ideally, in the perfect world, once we have our really generous financial backers, people have beautiful studios to make whatever they want at the highest level that they want. But right now, it's ramshackle. It's ranch residency. You're kind of just out in New Mexico figuring it out. And as 3 New Mexicans, that's great, right? Like, to just be in this place that we love and working hard, I think that's really beautiful. But it is not like the most clean environment to be making the most practical work. And then you end up making like incredible paper mache masks by the side of the pond. And it's wonderful. And they're perfect and exactly as they should be.
Yeah.
I do forget that I had at the office job, a work situation that was like really hit the fan. Right before we went out, when I told him, I was like, I'm no phone for the next 5 days. I hope everything works out for everybody. You know? I was like, and I remember driving back into cell phone service, like, here we go.
Oh, no.
But you know, having those safeguards and those limitations is really helpful. And it was I think if I wasn't there, that week would have been unpleasant. So I'm glad that it was there, and the limitations of cell phone towers.
It's pretty nice to be like, oh, I just didn't have reception.
Yeah.
Whole world stops.
How that just doesn't happen anymore.
Make it happen.
That is a true gift.
Yeah.
Like, 5 days. You're
Living
not going
up
to get a
there,
hold of me.
We're just watching the Spider-Man 2 DVD we have on right now because our Wi-Fi's broken. So it's just Tobey Maguire.
That was pretty good. I won't go too deep into that reference. I'm trying to think about the soundtrack right now.
Yeah. We have some
Great
friends that live out in Galisteo on this woman's property, and she is very sensitive to electricity and all these things. So she turns off the Wi-Fi. They have no cell after like 5 p.m. And so, my friend was like, it's kind of nice. We just play chess, we read, we talk to each other every night. It's like,
You talk to each other.
yeah, they talk to each other. They talk.
But our Wi-Fi doesn't reach my studio in the backyard, so
So it's kind of the
I
same.
live a similar lifestyle.
Oscar's in the backyard, like.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's great.
Good time for.
I think I want to get into the work in the show a little bit.
Okay.
So we have an opening next Friday. I'm going to try to get this out before then. So it's Friday the 2nd. Is that right? The 2nd? 5 to 7 p.m. And then y'all are going to come back for a little artist conversation and talk on Sunday the 4th.
Yep.
At noon. Yes. Noon.
Let me check my calendar. Yeah, those are the right dates. Yeah.
So you guys, you both made work individually. What's interesting is that the show before y'all is another couple that made work collaboratively. Did you all kind of like think about what you were making in reference to each other as you were building up for this show? Or how did you think about just the act of showing together?
I think we talked about it a lot, of trying to figure out a kind of common theme or direction or how to approach it. I think especially starting out, the world is your oyster and you can go in any direction, so it's easy to have a million ideas floating all around. But we kind of got to this place, Sam alluded to earlier, we had kind of such a weird year. A weird year, a heavy year, that we both kind of got to this place where it's like, I think we just need to paint what each of our soul needs, and then keep doing that, and there will be congruencies there because we are living in the same house and experiencing the same things.
And I think too, we talked about a lot of ideas, and then it felt too forced. Know, it's like, no, this is too, this doesn't feel natural. And so I think in the creation of pieces, that conversation and the work kind of starts to meld together a little bit. Because it's like in constant conversation. So
Sure.
What are you working on right now? And going into like what's like Oskar said, he's in the shed outside, so it's not you like you have to go. Not that it's so far, but it's
spooky and scary.
It's definitely not like on the way to the kitchen, or like I'm not walking past his work, which gives, I think, enough space between both of us to have that that room to experiment with what we need, but then to come together.
Yeah, and I think both of us have such different working styles and like the space and needs in the spaces that we're at, that it's that amount of distance is perfect. Sam is a big crushing Netflix series and like made for Netflix movies and things like that while she paints.
The worst TV.
Yeah, I mean,
the best.
I'll walk in and be like, is this like a Christian movie or something? Like, is this like a religious thing or something? Just like, I don't know. It's just
Just background noise.
But if we weren't painting, I don't know what we're working on. Maybe fixing the house. Maybe, but
And Oscar's doing a lot of woodwork outside, so that space is always fun to go into. It's very different from my space.
Mm-hmm. A little colder.
A little colder,
a
or
little
hotter,
dirtier.
depending on what.
Yeah, depending.
More dusty.
Well, I don't really know much about what your show is going to be. What did you decide in the end to paint what your soul needs? What does that mean? Do you have a title?
Yes. So I mean, we had a really hard time getting started after we lost Sam's dad, and like Sam said, really put a lot of things into perspective, or just of really valuing the time that you have, what you have near, and how you spend your time, and I think with that we just tried to paint exactly what we wanted to paint, and make sure that we were taking care of ourselves and our families. And
there's a lot of like interior spaces. I think it's a lot of like in both of our work, like oh, that's our kitchen, or like I can tell Oscar's reference points, and they're definitely more, I don't know, it feels more intimate in that sense too, I think. We did really focus on, and what helped me was like this impermanence of just everything, just life, and like the idea of the impermanent, like with a frozen lake, and just, I don't know.
Did I say the title?
No.
Oh,
Frozen
sorry.
Lake, comma, I swear.
Frozen lake, I swear. So we kind of leaned into that, or at least I thought that helped me get going, is not starting each piece as like treating it so preciously. It's like, just make as much work as possible. And Oscar always tells me, like, if you're gonna miss big. And
which I think is a Ween.
one.
I think it's a Ween reference. You guys are familiar with the band? That,
They throw out some wisdoms, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like songs like "Piss Up a Rope,"
Yeah.
but then they have like these really deep like songs. You're just like, oh my, Ween?
yeah.
What is happening?
And
Like you're crying
Yeah.
over the lyrics. Yeah.
But because I don't know, in reference to guitar solo or whatever. But I think in painting it's really good too, where it's like I want each piece to push me a little bit or go a little bit further than I want to go, and be excited by it. And I think that's what Sam and I both tried to do, is like just have each piece we're working on be fun and be exciting and take little risks, and really just try and enjoy the process as much as possible. That I think is always a good home base to come back on, is like, am I having fun?
I think that's so evident in both of your work. Like, it just, when I look at your paintings, I'm just like, that looks so fun to have made that.
Well,
It looks really fun.
It is really fun to do some, paint something really crazy and then show Sam, be like, check it out. What do you think? It is really good. We got a new neighbor doing all this stuff in the backyard in the shed or whatever, that asks like, oh, what are you working on, River? And it's like, here we go. Hope you're ready. You asked, because now we're gonna have to talk about this painting after. But
I hope your neighbor comes to the show.
I don't think they will be. We got some other neighbors that probably will be there, but we got one that I don't think loved the subject matter of one of the paintings.
They never came back to the show.
Yeah.
I do that with sounds in Kara. I was like, hey, Kara, check this out. Listen to this sound.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that good?
Yeah. I do think, I always think about Sam and I in painting, as there's like the hierarchy of needs or whatever, is once you met all, like the self-actualization kind of part, is that like the greatest gift that we can give each other is creating that space to explore these interests and keep working on these skills and things.
And weird ideas.
Yeah. And it really makes for a great life, because at the end of the day, our main objective is like, did you get better at painting? I think I got better at painting today. Well, not better, but just, worked on what we wanted to work on, So I think it's really important. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I was thinking about that a little bit driving over, because this afternoon I had enough time to finally do some work myself. And at some point I was driving and I realized that I had just been thinking about what I had been working on for the past however long, instead of like, what's that person doing? That person's driving too fast. It was like my mind had been occupied by what I was creating. And I was like, that is so beautiful. That's such a gift.
It is, yeah.
And sometimes it can become even more frustrating than any other
Yeah,
experience.
it's also a curse.
I tell Sam, I worked out of a woodworking studio in Albuquerque this year, and just doing stuff, and I'd get home and I'd be like, I might hate woodworking more than anything else in the world. I was like, you just get something wrong by the tiniest little smidge all day, and then it's
That's that.
yeah. But I mean, I had one of the impressive builders there came up to me and was like, "You're a painter?" And I was like, "Yes." You can tell what I'm making. That's awesome.
Was it a frame? Or?
Yes. Yeah. A very simple panel. Yeah. But
They said they were working on a staircase.
Oh my.
no, that was another person. The person that asked if I was a painter was making a baby crib.
Wow.
Baby
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, I mean, Yeah.
Is this like a co-op shared space, or is this your job?
Yeah. No, it's the CNM Makerspace.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So go there and yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty groovy.
That's nice.
Yeah. So block out some time and then you try and share equipment with the other people in there, which is
Not easy.
I mean, it's it's unique, but I'm like, I'm gonna, I'll be damned if there's a friendlier person in there than me today, to the point of just like, are you using this? Are you using it? Yeah.
Kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
We're not going to ask any.
Well, that seemed like that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it
so
was.
I was giving you the floor.
Do you have the questions?
I have questions.
This is making me nervous.
Me too.
These are very serious
Now we play
questions.
truth
so
or dare.
Truth or dare?
Spin the bottle.
I'm scared.
I think we'll only do one.
So
That seems to be a Tupperware full of rocks.
Okay. So it's a way that we have ended a lot of our podcasts, and it's nothing to be afraid of. And I'll just ask,
the softballs are at the bottom.
the softball. I'm just going to ask y'all a softball question. Give me a number, Pearl.
3.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh.
No, I said the softballs.
Oh,
are
okay. I was like, wow.
What's the question? What's number 3?
Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Let's get into it.
Role of art in society. Go. No, that's not it going to be. Okay, so
You did talk about that.
You did.
you already
I
answered
answered.
that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so when's the last time something beautiful made you cry?
I've almost cried like 3 times just in this podcast. On the drive up to Santa Fe. I'm on constant.
I don't know if this is the most recent, but it's what came to mind
Okay.
when you asked. I watched Smokey the Bandit for the first time. Smokey and the Bandit? Smokey the Bandit.
Smokey the Bear.
Smokey the
or Smokey
Bear.
and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. And I cried because of the bond between the truckers. The brotherhood of these truckers made me really emotional. I was thinking about male friendships and how men have no friends and how hard it is to make friends if you're a man. I mean, I know nothing about it, but
Appreciate your sympathy.
the male loneliness epidemic, it just is like,
Hey, Oscar. Hey, you want to be friends?
Remember, this is a softball.
I did have a U-Haul a couple hours ago. Okay,
I don't know, it just
Hey,
Start
is
a
can you
business.
help me move? Can you help me move?
beautiful. You could call on your brotherhood to get you through it, It was nice.
Great answer.
Thank you.
Oscar, pick a number.
There's only 4 of them.
I know, just pick a number.
Okay.
1 through 10, pick a number.
7.
When's the last time something beautiful made you cry?
I don't cry. Just kidding.
That part of me is broken.
Speaking of male loneliness.
No, okay. So this year, speaking of male loneliness, started a book club
Cool.
with some of my oldest friends, and it's been great. And this summer we read Before the Coffee Cools. Yeah, Japanese little short story collection about a cafe that goes back in time, but only if you're sitting in one seat, and
I
only
read that.
until and there's a middle story. Yeah, about a husband with dementia, Alzheimer's, that yeah, broke me down. Yeah, that I cried like I've never cried. So yeah, that was the last time. There's probably, I'm trying to think what we've seen in theaters.
Yeah, Oscar
movies-
cries in movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I was trying to think of that the
Yeah.
last movie we saw because I feel like we were both hanging on by a thread.
Frankenstein.
Was it Hamnet?
No,
Hamlet?
I
Okay.
do want to see him.
Because people say they cry through the whole thing. Okay, this is your last question.
Okay.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be, Sam?
To fly.
Would you have wings? Okay, this is my clarifying. Would you have wings or just like the innate power? Like you just jump up in the air and then you're
Innate
flying?
power. Wings could be maybe weird.
Oh. But the flying isn't
Flying's normal.
okay.
Yeah. It does help to be able to blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then if you do have wings, it's like feathered. Are they, or is it?
I mean,
like
maybe they
Are
could
they
retract.
bat wings?
You
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
retract your wings.
Airplane wings?
Yeah.
Helicopter wings?
You grew a helicopter rotor out of your head.
Well, what would you all say to that question?
I think wings would be pretty cool.
Having wings.
And
Yeah.
flying? Or just wings?
Oh, to like a chicken's wings, just like not going.
Just wings. They don't get me anywhere.
Wait, did you mean it to the wing question or to the flying question?
Do us the superpower question.
Oh, gotcha. Let me think for a bit. Oscar?
I'm an invisible one. I'm an invisible person. Yeah. I rob banks. Invisible. Yeah. Yeah, I'd go, you know.
Would the money also become invisible? Like anything you touch become invisible?
Just
Because
floating bags
That's a
of
nice
money.
extra.
The first attempt would be a trial run.
Yeah.
There would be a lot of trying to figure out how
There
this
would
is
be a
gonna go.
learning curve.
Yeah. Pick up the bag. Put it down.
A good superhero duo,
Yeah.
the two of you.
Oh,
Where would you
Yeah.
fly?
I would just go up in the sky for a little bit and come back down. I
Okay.
just want to see what it, just check out the views.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a flying dream? Not to bring it back to dreams,
Yes.
but yeah. Oh, I've never done that.
Really? No flying dreams.
No, I'm heavy.
Wow.
Had one last night.
Big bones. What?
Dang.
Flew? No
Oh, yeah.
wings?
No wings.
Wow.
Did you get to
Just
where you
floated.
needed to go?
Like levitating?
Levitated. And I was sitting too. I was like sitting in some kind of chair and levitating. And yeah.
Wow.
I'm often on some kind of device when I'm flying in my dreams. It's very bizarre.
But a chair, not like a jetpack.
Yeah, but you couldn't see the chair. But I was just sitting and floating.
Invisible chair.
An invisible chair. I was in an invisible chair flying, floating.
Not to
That's
get
pretty
too
crazy.
back to the lucid dream topic, but I do remember my dad would always talk about this technique of lucid dreaming of establishing your hands in lucid dreaming and then using that as a reference point.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, I
Yeah.
did that this morning.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the dream, you're like, now look at your hands.
Once you realize it's a dream, then you establish a point. A reference point, and then so you can then to investigate the world that you're in by looking at your hands, but also your hands can start to freak you out after a bit.
Yes, this is exactly what happened. I was like, am I dreaming? And then I looked at my hand. I was like, I got to look at my hand. And I held my hand up really close. And then all of the pores or all of the little bits in my hand started looking like fractals and moving. And I was like, oh crap, I'm dreaming. And then I,
Wow, our dreams are not the same. Mine's like, you're late to that dentist appointment. They're not cool like that.
okay.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
come to the opening Friday. Come to the Artist Talk Sunday. And,
Come to The ranch.
come to the
Come to the
ranch.
ranch.
ranchresidency.com. Get yourself on the applications.
What's that application again?
What is it?
Where did they go?
Oh, if you go to ranchresidency.com, there's going to be a link for an online application.
Yeah.
And bed and breakfast in
And
March.
bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
If you're not an
Yeah.
artist, come stay.
Yeah, you,
You
guys
are an
making
artist,
flapjacks?
But aren't getting into residencies, come stay. No flapjacks.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all.
Thank
This is
you.
great. This is wonderful.
Yay.
Final
Now
thing.
to the rocks.
Now to the rocks, now to the most.
Because you're tumbling.